Welcome to Ritualize Your Life Challenge. We are at day 17 and I wish you first of all a blessed full moon. It is Guru Purnima. Purnima means full moon or fullness, and Guru means the one that takes away the darkness. Darkness refers to ignorance, pain, suffering. In other words, the notion, the idea that I am a limited being in time and space. So we had a full day. I had a full day. Some of you were there. Theo was there in the morning. A full mistress class, master class day today. I had 3 sessions and they were so beautiful. We had 3 sessions. The first one was dedicated to Dharma talk. It was dedicated to sharing a little bit about my story, how I found my guru, my teaching tradition, what tradition I come from. And I also talked about the meaning of this moment of this full moon and in which constellation we are at right now. I also talked about the 24 gurus, actually, a beautiful story of Dattatreya and how he talked about his 24 gurus that he had. Very beautiful story, very moving. And the second session was a mentorship where I mentored the participants, my students, through some questions, blockages, fears. And the third session was dedicated to SEX magic. It was a very beautiful ritual. And if you would like to receive the recordings, you can still sign up for this Mistress Masterclass. It's called Dharma and SEX Magic, and then you will get the replay. It was really beautiful, very profound, and there's also a special gift there for those that want to then continue the journey with me. So basically, we are going to go now and continue with our step 17, initiation into Mālā. So welcome those that are here with me live today. So nice to be here with you on this full moon. And those that are then watching the replay. We've been together every day, some of us, and been initiated into the different steps to ritualize our life. And we ritualize our life through ritualizing one day at a time, beginning with the moment we wake up or before we wake up, and so honoring our existence, the limitless existence, right? That's what really the guru is teaching us, or the teacher, the teaching, the truth. And ultimately you are the guru, really. Like it's your being, the discovery of your existence that is limitless, that ultimately removes all darkness and pain, ultimately. But before I can really see myself as that limitless being, that we are remembering the moment we wake up with Anandoham, I get to have a mirror outside of myself, like a mirror that can show me what I am. And there are many mirrors. Thanks Goddess, there are many, many mirrors. So I wish everyone to find their mirror. May you find your mirror, your teacher, your teaching, your allies that can help you see what you truly are. Yeah, thank you. Happy Guru Purnima, Divine Purnima to you also, to everyone. Yeah, so this is my prayer for you, for all of us, like, to find that mirror where we can find trust, really. Right? Because the thing is, there are many mirrors, and there are many, many mirrors, many teachers, many teachings. It's all there. It's never away from you. But the problem is, can you trust? Can you find trust? Because of our background, we have traumas, we have painful experiences, and then they hinder us from finding trust again. So may we find trust again. And when we ritualize our life like we are doing, like we're seeing that we can trust. Like you woke up this morning, you can trust. You're breathing. Yoga kshema iti prana panayo. You can trust the breath is given to you. Can trust, you can still act, you have hands. Karagre vasate Lakshmi, Karamadye Saraswati, Karamule stita Gauri, Prabhate Karadarshanam. That was the 3rd initiation. 4th initiation was dedicated to Dharma and SEX Magic. And the 5th initiation was dedicated to SEX Magic. And the 6th initiation was dedicated to Dharma and SEX Magic. And the 7th initiation was dedicated to Japa. And the 8th initiation was dedicated to Japa. And the 9th initiation was dedicated to Ritualise. And the 10th initiation was dedicated to Ritualise. And the 11th initiation was dedicated to Ritualise. And the 12th initiation was dedicated to Ritualise. And the 13th initiation was dedicated to Ritualise. And the 14th initiation was dedicated to Ritualise. And the 15th initiation was dedicated to Ritualise. And the 16th initiation was dedicated to Ritualise. And the 17th initiation was dedicated to Ritualise. And the 18th initiation was dedicated to Ritualise. And the 19th initiation was dedicated to Ritualise. And the 20th initiation was dedicated to Ritualise. And the 21st initiation to acknowledge that we are doers. We are here to contribute, and may my actions be dharmic. Then we have all given the reproductive system to procreate. We're blessed, like we're being given power. We are still walking. Like you were getting out of the bed this morning. So we're honoring Mother Earth. Say thank you that I've been given another day. Hello everyone. So nice to see you all. Rika, Inner Clarity, Christine, Sidhen, Achtsamkeit. Yasmin, welcome back. Yasmin was also the full day with me in the Mistress Masterclass from today. So the honoring of Mother Earth, we are protected. We can trust. Mother Earth is still there. Then we have our mucus, that's a special one. Not going to go there now again. Just giving a little summary. Number 8, collecting our blood if we're still bleeding beings. We're blessed, like the menstrual cycle. It's the 5th vital sign. Apart from our temperature, apart from our heartbeat, from our heart pressure. Then elimination, that we can go and eliminate. We're blessed, like we have a digestive fire. Then we can take care of ourselves, honoring and do self-love rituals. I can trust in my own care. We can move, right? Even if I could not walk anymore, but there's still some things that I can move. I can see. We woke up and we can still see. I can trust. I can rest. In the rest I can discover a lot of trust. There's water given to us. The water is still here. I can trust. My hair, honoring the hair that is here. Clothes, we're given clothes. Like we can see the simplicity of a cloth, really. Like it's all fabric that protects our body. Yesterday we saw ornaments and jewelry to remind us of the sacredness of our existence. So all these steps are here to remind us that we can trust. We cannot take anything for granted. Everything that comes, it will go eventually. So we have misplaced our security onto someone other than ourselves. Like everything in this universe is insecure by nature. It's very perfect, but it's insecure. And so it's up to me to discover what is true security. What is absolute security? That can only be yourself. That can only be your nature. And so that's to be discovered. And Guru is really the one that reveals that you are that which is most secure. Isn't that what we all want? We all want abhayam, fearlessness. Like this is the mudra. It's called abhayam. Bhayam means fear. Abhayam, it means fearlessness. May you not be afraid of me, and may I not be afraid of you. And that's the vow of a spiritual seeker, of a spiritual aspirant, of a spiritual person. May no being be afraid of me. How are we afraid of each other? Because we're afraid that we judge each other, we're competing against each other. I'm going to get something away, take something away from you. So all of that increases our fear. And so a person that is dedicated to their spiritual growth makes this vow. Right? I do the best I can for you not to be afraid of me. I'm not here to judge. I have values. If I would be you, I would feel the same. I don't have an agenda for you to be different than what you are. I'm going to give you the space to be exactly as you are, just like the infinite space itself. So all these values, they get to be cultivated. We all actually have these values in us, but many of them we have forgotten. And so today also is a day to remember all these values: dharma, call it dharma. Like, so the teachings, the truth is not only here to help us see the truth, which is already here, your limitless self, but also to help us in day-to-day life by finding back to the truth. Because the truth is already here. But how are you going to get to the truth? Which is funny, right? Because the truth is already here, so you cannot really get to the truth. You discover that in the light of knowledge. But then, until you discover that, the teaching says, stay within dharma. Do what needs to be done. Like, do your sacred duty as a mother, as a father, as a teacher, as a CEO, as a doctor. Do what needs to be done. Play the role that you are given to the best of your ability. We all have been given a role. We're part of a big script here, Shakespeare script. In the Vedic tradition, we call it the Mahabharata script, the great war that is going on. But the real war is inside here. There's parts in me that are fighting with other parts of me. And so I get to go in there and meet all of these parts and let them marry each other. Let them become friends. And so, until I'm able to do that for myself, there is a teacher, there's a teaching, there's a family, a spiritual family, a guru that helps you be that which you cannot yet be. Helps you be that which you are not yet. Which you are from one standpoint, but not yet in the relative. So that guru is like the sun, your friend, your constant friend. And so, in this, it's very beautiful that today is the initiation number 17, which is dedicated to Mālā, actually. And so, in the Vedic tradition, we are given a mantra. And a mantra is there to protect the mind. And I just talked about how, like the guru or the teacher, the spiritual family, they become like your friend, your outside friend, until you can be your true inner friend, so that you can let all these parts that are fighting within, so that they don't fight against each other, but so that they become friends. We have all these tools. And so one of the tools is mantra, a very important tool. So mantra comes from man and trayate, that which protects man, the mind. And so in the mind, that's where we experience all this pain, all these judgments, all this division. We look at things in good and bad. It should be like this, it should not be like this. I like it, I don't like it. The internal fight is happening in the manas, in the mind. And so we're given a mantra in order to protect the mind. And so we've learned many mantras these last 16 days. Om Parvatyai Namaha, Om Nitra Devyai Namaha, Om Bhumi Devyai Namaha. So any of these mantras you can repeat and make them your mantra. So make them become your tool to overcome difficulties, to overcome or come through. Like if you're facing difficulties, that you can be with the difficulties, be with the pain, be with the challenges. And so the mantra protects you. Like it protects you in the moment, because in that moment, when we are helpless, when we are hurt, often then we react. And then in that reaction we do and say things that after we regret. And so then I can catch myself, now I'm in a reaction. I want to say something that could hurt the other person. So in that moment you say, Om Bhumi Devyai Namaha, Om Parvatyai Namaha. So you're invoking the strength of Bhumi Devi, you're invoking the strength of Mother Earth, you're invoking the strength of the sun, you're invoking the strength of the universe to now not say what you feel like saying, unless it's appropriate to say. But when we're in a reaction, often we want to say things that are not appropriate. So the mantra is then there to give me a word, a meaningful sentence, a prayer, so that I can change my past and not perpetuate this legacy of pain. I can cut through the chain of pain and now create a new pattern, a new karma, a new samskara that then will protect me and everyone else as well. So now in this moment I'm processing the pain, and then I'm not continuing this lineage of pain. This situation, whatever the situation is that is provoking me, is actually becoming my guru. Like, that's why in the story of the 24 gurus, like, the girl is the guru, and the pigeon is the guru, and the sun is the guru. Everyone becomes your teacher, and especially the ones that trigger you, especially the ones that provoke you, especially the ones that do not do what you want them to do. So you see your reaction that comes. And what it means is, like, I have given my power away. I have projected my security and my happiness onto something, someone other than myself. And so then now I can reclaim my power. And so through the mantra, I'm protected to not retaliate, not react. And I'm invoking power, strength, patience, courage, all these qualities that are desirable, conducive for my spiritual growth. And so mantra is a very beautiful tool that is given by your teacher or by a person, a trusted person. When you're given a mantra, then that mantra is supposed to be repeated. In the old times, in the Vedic times, each mantra is repeated 100,000 times for each syllable. That is many times. 100,000 times for each syllable. Nowadays, we don't have this kind of time available anymore. A new mantra we would maybe chant 1,000 times, which is 10 malas. So a mala, this is a mala, we call it a mala. Mālā. And usually malas have 108 beats. They can also have 54 beats, 36 beats, 72 beats. Usually the most common one are 108 beats. And 108 is a number for infinity. And then we have the Guru beat, which is this one, the Guru beat. The Guru beat represents the center of the whole universe. So when you do the Mālā, when you practice Mālā, then you chant basically, like you go around, and it's like you go around the center. You go around the Guru beat. So meaning the Guru beat or the center represents yourself. And so when we chant, like, we are giving a word, a meaningful word or a meaningful sentence to our mind. And it's like I'm going around just to come back to myself. But the truth is I'm never going away from myself. Because every thought, it only comes from yourself. Like every word, it only comes from yourself. Every sound, it only comes from yourself. Every sound comes from the silence. So the center is like the silence. The sound comes from the silence, exists in the silence, goes back to the silence. The thought, the mind, like the thought comes, exists in existence itself, and returns back to existence. The whole universe, really, name and form, it appears, it exists, and it disappears. But there is something that does not appear and does not disappear. There's something stable about this whole universe. That is to be discovered what that is. Because that's what is the ultimate security, which is yourself. And so mantra helps us to manage the mind, because when you have a mantra, it's the only time when you know what your next thought is. When you do not have a mantra, you do not know what the next thought is. You have no control over the mind. Thoughts just come. It's like a monkey. The mind just jumps up and down, and whatever it sees, it associates that object to another object, and then often, like this particular object reminds you of something that didn't go well, and then from no second you are in a reaction just because of the color red, which the red color reminded you of the red car of your ex-partner who cheated on you, and just because you're seeing red, you associate a red car, partner that cheated, and you're angry. It goes, it's faster than light, light speed. Our mind is so quick. But it's not that the mind is the problem. The mind is just doing its job. It objectifies, it thinks, It doubts, it associates, it just does its job. The mind is our instrument, but we don't know how to use that instrument, our mind. And so the Mālā is here to help us learn how to use the instrument, learn how to play the instrument, learn how to become the master of the instrument. So Mālā, and which we call the Japa practice actually, because the Mālā is this rosary which can have 108 beads or less or more, and then it's made out of different beads. Like mine is made out of Rudraksha and made out of Spatika. Spatika is Sanskrit. Spatika is this crystal beads. It can also be made out of other beads. And then there's a lot of meaning to each of the different beads. We're not going to go in there today. It's too much to cover. But basically this is the Mālā. And then when you chant the mantra, then that's called Japa. So the repetition of a mantra is called Japa. And when you repeat it many times, it becomes a mantra Japa practice. And so that's how you start to become the master of your mind, because you start to be able to redirect your mind into the thoughts that you want your mind to go. And if you want to live a happy life, a satisfied life, an inspiring life, a magnificent life, we got to change our thoughts, because our life is the result of our thoughts, really, of our actions, right? But the actions come because of our thoughts. And where do the thoughts come from? They come from our words. So it all starts with words, actually. And so it starts with the word, it ends with the word. The word holds power. The word holds meaning. And so mantra are the most powerful words with the most profound meanings. The mantra, every mantra really, it just reveals the fullness of your existence, the limitlessness of your existence, the magnificence of your existence. Every mantra is a sentence of praise, of reverence, of awe, of gratitude. There are no swear words in mantras. So feel how that shifts your whole reality. When you start to use lots of mantra, you're shifting your whole life. That's why my life is what it is, because I discovered mantra and I embraced mantras, and my reality shifted. As the mantra hold the frequency of love, the frequency of truth, which is not really a frequency. It's the truth. But the mantra is the tool to help you abide in the truth when we are not in the truth, right? Because of ignorance, because of wrong judgments, because of the notion of separation, because of darkness, because of not seeing things clearly as they are. And so then the mantra is that tool to help you connect again to the truth that actually is always here, but we forget. And so the mantra is that tool to connect you with God, Goddess, the divine, the sacred, ultimately yourself. So Achtsamkeit Schweiz says, it's so beautiful to hear you talk about mindfulness from your point of view. This is great. Thank you. Barefoot with Wellness says, can you show us how to use the beads with the mantra? Yes. So here, so we have here the 108 or whatever number you have. Then you have the Guru bead, which represents the center. And so you basically put the Mālā on the middle finger. Like in India, you would use only the right hand, because the left hand is used to clean your butt, basically. So the left hand doesn't have such a good rapport in India. But it's not that the left is in any way bad or dirty. Like, that's also something that needs to be completely neutralized. So if you're left-handed, you can of course use the left hand. And then you would put the Mālā on the middle finger, And then we use the thumb. We don't use the index finger. The index finger represents the ahankara, represents the one that, the ahankara is the I notion, is the wrong I notion. And so we use the thumb, and the thumb represents Brahma, the limitless self. And so then we're pulling the mala towards us. So we're pulling the mala towards us because we want to bring the mala, we want to bring the mantra, which is the truth, into our heart. Like we want that this truth abides in our heart. So that's why we pull it towards the heart. And the other hand, you hold the mala so that the mala doesn't touch the floor, and you hold it close to your heart. And then you have one mantra that you chant for each of the beats. And so here, because we are in the step number 17, the initiation into Mālā. Oh, this is the wrong one. Where am I? Okay, somehow I didn't. Okay, one second. Yeah, I'll show it after. So basically, we bring it to the heart. And here, the mantra that we're learning today is called Om Mālinyai Namaha. So Om Mālinyai Namaha is dedicated to when we wear the mala, actually. Like, because the last few days, yesterday was first putting the ornament, before that it was putting the clothes, putting the ornament, and then you would put the mala. Like, if you use a mala. You don't have to use a mala, but if you use a mala, then we would use the mala. And so then when I put the mala, I can say Om Mālinyai Namaha. Om Mālinyai Namaha. Somehow I can't show you the slides right now. I did put it on my phone, but it's not there for whatever reason. And if I stop it now, then the whole life is gone. So we just do it without slides today, and just in the old ways, it would all just be oral. We wouldn't have slides. So, Om Mālinyai Namaha. And then when you put the mala, and you can say this mantra. So this is like after the ornamentation. And then we actually put the mala onto the skin. We don't really put the mala outside. And also, this one, the tassel, like the new modern thing, is to put the tassel down as an ornamentation. Which is okay, you can do, but traditionally we would not put the tassel down. The tassel goes at the back. You want to have the guru bead at the back of your neck because you want to have the center always touching your spine. Like your spine, the Shushumna Nadi, is the central channel. And the center, which is your spine, and the spine is your center, represents this guru bead, represents the truth of the whole universe, the stability, the ever-stable presence, existence of yourself. So, like, it's so marvelous, it's so deep, the whole Vedic tradition. Every aspect has deeper meaning. So, basically, we would use the guru bead here at the back of the neck, connected to the central channel, because we want to always be connected to the center until we don't have to connect to the center. We are the center. And then we would use the mala and actually put it on the skin. You would want the skin, you would want the mala to touch your skin. Because the mala is also charged. When you use the mala, it's charged with all these prayers, all these mantras. So you also make sure that the mala doesn't touch the ground. If it does, it's okay. We don't have to get angry or anything. We just have a value for it. And then we would actually cover it with the clothes. That's the old traditional way. That's how we actually wear the mala. So I invoke the sacred in every name. And so this is the English prayer. When you, as a reminder of your daily ritual, I invoke the sacred in every name. All names are your names, and in essence you are nameless. Because when we repeat the mantra, so let's say, like here now it's Om Mālinyai Namaha, because we are putting the mala onto the body and we're going to chant it a few times. But usually then you would have another mantra. For example, Om Namah Shivaya, Aim Hrim Om Saraswate Namaha, Om Ganganapataye Namaha. So then you're repeating the name, right? To get to the named. And so here in this prayer, I invoke the sacred in every name. It's to remember that every name you say, every name, every form, every word that you say is the word of God, is the word of the goddess. Like, it's so beautiful. Like Malini is also a beautiful name. Malini is she who wears the Mālā, she who wears the whole universe as her garment, as her ornament. She who wears all names as her ornaments. She who knows that all names are her names, but she is nameless. It's so beautiful. Like, it's Malini, she who wears the whole universe as her Mālā. And so in this, like when we put the Mālā, we remember that really every name is the name of God. Like if it's Sabrina, if it's Diana, if it's Philip, if it's Martin, if it's table, if it's tree, if it's sky, countless names. No matter what language you speak, if it's English, Spanish, French, Portuguese, German, Hungarian, Tagalog, Chinese, it's the language of God. God knows all languages. Because all languages, right? Where do they come from? All words, where do they come from? From the mouth. They're all sound mantras, right? So every language, every word, every letter comes out of our mouth. And so when you open your mouth, the sound that comes out is ah. Like ah is for you if you're Portuguese, Spanish, French, Philippine, Chinese, Russian. Ah, doesn't matter. You close your mouth. No matter if we're from Raswana or Honolulu. And what is in between? Ooh, ah, ooh, Those three vowels. No matter what language we speak, we all have the same sound coming out of our mouths. So every word that is possible in any language, it is between a, u, and So now you know why the om syllable, sound syllable, is the word of God. Right? It's the word of all. It's the sound of all, om. So om is made out of these three letters, a plus u plus So in Sanskrit, when a is followed by an u, there is a phonetical rule. It becomes o. That's the rule. A plus u becomes o. Like it's not as smooth to say aum. The smoothness is om. Om, Om, Om. And so Om is the sound syllable of God, is the word of God, is every letter, every word in any language is in Om. So Om is like a word for God in all languages, because all languages are only speaking about the same. We all speak about God, about the goddess, about the sacred. We're all describing the elephant in 100,000 billion ways. One is describing the elephant from the tail, the other one from the ear, the other one from the nose, the other one from the feet. We're all talking about the same elephant, but we have 100 billion different descriptions. And so it's the same. We're all talking about God. We're all talking about the goddess. We're all talking about the sacred in all the countless ways and languages. And we all have our opinions. We all have our perceptions. And from our own standpoint, they are correct. But if we go to the absolute standpoint, right, then there's only one truth. We're all one. That's the only truth. We are all one. There is not two, there is not three, there's only one. There's only one self. Yourself, myself, the self of this bell, it's the same self. There are no two selves. Like that's the discovery that is worth living for. And you make your life worthwhile, right? Fully worthwhile. That's the gift we all have been given to discover this truth. And that's what we celebrate today on Guru Purnima. It's so beautiful. And the Vedic tradition, the Vedic tradition, the Vedas is still alive, is still intact. It's still there to be found. And you may feel so sad and terrible and challenged by life. But even that can become your greatest blessing. Like that becomes your guru. Whatever you're facing right now, like turn it into your blessing. And then when you feel like giving up, right, you stay with it and you chant. You chant your lungs out. You tell the universe, I am here. I'm standing here. I need your help. I'm ready for you. Come and show me. Come and teach me what I need to know. And you may go on to your knees and you may cry and you may blah. But that's a good sign. To cry is a good sign. To go onto your knees, it's a good sign. Like you're surrendering. And then the grace can come. Because grace is always here. It's just we don't let it in. Because we have all these offense, defense postures. These parts in us that are mistrusting and fighting. Offense, defense posture. Me against the whole world. At one point, we got to stop fighting. And if at all you fight the war of love. Like that's the only war worthwhile fighting for, the war of love. So let's chant today on this Guru Purnima and ask the full moon, like the blessing of the full moon. Ask for you to be able to surrender, for you to be able to come to your knees and be ready to learn what you need to learn. Ask for your teacher to come into your life. Ask for the teachings to come into your life. Ask for the people to come into your life. Ask for the changes. Ask to be ready to die in order to live. Today is the day. Today it's millions of people who are praying to the truth. Like millions. In India and all the people around the world that are spiritual seekers, they are honoring this day of fullness, the truth. So we are all joining now, all these people around the world, and so our prayers are intensified, multiplied, as many times as all the people that are chanting and praying today for the truth. So collective prayer is the most powerful prayer. So let's make this intention. You can make that intention if you want. And then we chant. So we're going to chant now, one whole Mālā, okay? It's going to take around 10 minutes. So get ready. We chant together. It's even more powerful. And so we're going to chant this mantra, Om Mālinyai Namaha. It's very beautiful. To she, to who today, who wear the whole universe as their ornament. Like she who wears the whole universe as her Mālā. Remembering that everything is an ornamentation to me. It's not my essential nature. I am full and complete. I am Anandoham. But I'm wearing the whole universe as my garment. Om Mālinyai Namaha. Let me pull the beat. Om Mālinyai Namaha. Om Mālinyai Namaha. Om Mālinyai Namaha. And then see and hear how the sound comes from silence, exists in silence, and goes back into silence. The silence is all pervasive, is there in and through the sound. Om Mālinyai Namaha. 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 Mālinyai Namaha. Om 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 Mālinyai Namaha. And then lean back, rest in the silent presence of your own being, and enjoy the immediate result of chanting, of Japa, witnessing the immediate result of a more stable, more calm mind, or maybe more agitated mind. Seeing what happens to your mind, and like the sun, welcome it, befriend it. You just say, it's okay, you can be here with me. May this mantra protect you. May this mantra purify your mind from all the binding likes and dislikes. And may your mind become as bright as the full moon, so that your mind can see clearly, reflect the fullness of your own being, and you can enjoy the fullness of your own being through the mind that is radiant like the moon, the nectar, the amrita, the soma, ever reflected through the calm mind. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Okay, so we're concluding with this. Wear your mala with love and care. Om Malinyai Namaha. This is how you can wear it if you want to do that. And then, if we wake up, we are here back tomorrow for step number 18, day 18 of Ritualizing Our Life challenge. It's a good one tomorrow. I'm just saying, recognizing the unseen. Have a wonderful day, morning, night, wherever you are. Thank you so much for being you, for your commitment, your devotion, your dedication. Celebrating you, all of us. So nice to receive all these loves, all these hearts. Bye-bye, Achtsamkeit, Ulrika, Leonor, Erin, Dikter, Yasmin, Bearlin, Theo. Is it okay to wear the mala at all times through the day, or when do we wear it versus not wear it? Yes, so you can wear it all through the day. In the Vedic tradition, you take it off when you go to the toilet, for example. So, that would be a moment when we take it off. Basically. And you can also put the mala, for example, today under the full moon is great to clean the mala, charge the mala. If you go to the ocean, I also love to bring my mala to cleanse it in the ocean, in Mother Ocean, and always have it in a place, like I always have it on my altar. Take care of it, don't let it just lie around. And I also don't let people really touch my mala. I have a value for that. So it's something that is just very dear to me, and I have it with me wherever I go. But I don't wear it. Sometimes I wear it a lot and sometimes I don't, but I have it with me always. Good. Also, usually in the Vedic tradition, they say you don't wear it when you are intimate. But these are more orthodox ways. I feel there is also there's nothing. It's beautiful and sacred. So you choose also with the person or people that you want to share this kind of intimacy and share this part of yourself. If there's trust, it's beautiful. Yeah. Great question. Okay. Sidalia, Virgin, Theo. Bye everyone. Inner clarity.